Hello, everybody. Yes, I am a bit late today. I had some other random stuff to do. I know today, this week has been a bit, here and there, whatever. But I am here. I'm here. Yeah, no. Hello, hi. All the people in Chatland, Swift Earth, Shine, Eric, Trex, Where Giga. I'm here. Hello, I am here. I'm here. I'm here. Don't panic. It's all okay. All gonna be fine. Unlike today's stream, because we are finally getting around to doing some bolt action stuff. If you will see, my depressing sniper level is level 1. So we're finally getting around to doing this, and we are going to be doing basically Jaeger's tasks, which is Tarkov Shooter Part 4, which is to get to sniper level 3. Now, we're not just going to reload because that's really boring. We also technically, in theory, have to do Shooter Born in Heaven. So we're going to try and do both these two things together. Maybe we can go and do some other stuff while we're doing it. Probably not. The other one that I've got to do is this peacekeeping mission one. Probably not going to carry on doing this like on stream. I actually find this kind of dull to do on stream because we're basically just looking for scavs, and the best raids are the ones where I don't get any progress for this whatsoever. Like we had a crazy one on street, so I killed like 5 PMCs, which I'm still trying to figure out how to put into a video. And we killed no scavs at all, and we had the blueberry on, so it just felt kind of pointless to be trying to do that quest at the same time. Which is kind of yeah, it's a bit of an odd one. So we'll probably do some other like easy-ish ones. I don't know if I have marked for customs. How much do they go for these days? Marked like 1.8 million. I mean, it's a lot, but we have the money to buy it, so we could in theory do this quest. It's not that hard. We have to go to dorms though. It kind of depends on what you need to do. There was the other one that was quite easy. We've got like wet job. This is the fisherman's dwelling, and do the marker. It's not actually too hard, so we can go and do that maybe. Counteraction probably don't really want to do. I mean, I guess we could. We could try and do bears on that. It's not necessarily too bad. Just unlock this quest last night. I'm not looking forward to it. Which one? There's like so many of these that are kind of hard. Cottage area. Like a lot of this stuff's quite tricky. I still haven't yet to do this because I want to do a video about this one. I'm like still getting around to it. I haven't actually completed it yet. Lighthouse. Probably don't want to do lighthouse. Oh, you mean Shooterborn? Google Rift TV is live. Yeah, I actually looked at that today and I was like, maybe I could change it. I don't know. Dorms is cheaper with the Jaeger barter. When I've looked in the past, it's like been about the same. But maybe it's cheaper now. We're at the point to the right where it might be. Which trade level is it on? This one? I don't even have this key. Viewed. Examine. You can examine it from here, but not from the other screen for some reason. There we go. So, yeah, we'll go back to this screen to do it. So RBVO, 780, 144. So what's that? Oh god, 780, like 820, 925, something like that. And then wait, I thought I did this. I thought we did this. I was too quick apparently. There we go. And that's 1 million. Isn't that like 1.9? That's like this. Isn't it the same? Pretty much the same. 1.925. This is actually cheaper, is it not? Unless you can get those other ones in a different way, I don't know. I didn't ice captain last night. Loaded in with check 15, a second raid, loaded with Dawn's marks. That's mad. Don't mind your old school ways. If you've got some catchy things you mind, let the min-maxing begin. Oh dear. Hello. Oh, peacekeeping. Yeah, peacekeeping is rough and brutal. Was last time I checked? Yeah, I mean, these things, they vary, don't they? So what we're going to do, to start with, I wonder if I have any to hand. Let's have a look. I'm going to go and check, see if we've got any VPOs. We're going to use VPO with APM to begin with. And we're not going to go for anything crazy like M700, lightweight, bolty, or anything like that. We're just going to get our eye in with what I know. I typically tend to do better with the VPO than anything else. APM is also really good. So we're going to try that to start with. Let's just get some quick crafts going. Maximizing our stuff. I've also got a few other things to do in here. I've got to like craft things for textiles. But I accepted a weekly where I have to find like a bunch of scav vests. But I'm not having much success. I'm like genuinely not having much success finding them. Like scav vests are really quite rare these days, it seems. I'm quite surprised how rare they are. I did like a bunch of scav runs. I haven't spawned in with one. I haven't found any in... Oh. Colleagues Part 3. Ah! You know what? That's actually really useful. Oh, these are so expensive now. Look how pricey they are. But you do get the quest items from them, so I still just keep dumping money into it. So we've got trading, therapist. Here we go. That was the last one I needed. 3 BTG. We've actually done Colleagues Part 3, which is really cool. And we get a black keycard for it. Perfect. But we fail the Sadist one, which is fine. We don't really care. Do not care. Because now we got this black. And we got another medical container as well. Probably the easiest thing to do here is to move that and this. You keep the Epsilon because you get a... There's a quest later that you get a hand in the Epsilon. Dolbos, L1. We'll just put these in here for the moment. Whether I sell them or not remains to be seen. We'll just put them in there for now. Oops. Money and a black key card. Great. Now I think in theory you can sell this guy and buy this one, although I can't actually do this one yet. What's the black key card? Barter. I do have a feeling, though, that this is sold out like almost instantaneously. Lately on Faction flooded with Scav vests? Dude, I haven't found any. I like this, you haven't found any. 5 military batteries. 8 cyclones. You have to do gunsmith 25 first. How much are military batteries now? Oh, they're really cheap. So that's like a mil. What does Tarkov.dev say about this? Let's have a look. Tarkov.dev. Black keycard. It's probably going to be like 2 mil or something. Ignore settings. Yeah, 1.6 million. Okay, so you can make quite a tidy profit just by selling that and buying the other one. But I have to do gunsmith part 25 first, which is, I think, is that the one that... Oh no, that's the one with the PKP, isn't it? Yeah, it's the one with the PKP. Okay, well, whichever, whatever. It's all fine. It's all fine. We got an air filter too. Let's go and stick in the old air filter before we forget. Is APM 3660 chem still viable this split into the wipe? I mean, I think so, given what we're trying to do. We're going to be trying to get headshots with the bolty, so I think that it's probably okay still. Lots of people are still wearing class 4, so it deals with that pretty easily. It depends on what you want to do, right? We were going to go and have a look and see if we had any VPOs on the weapon rack. I don't think I do. I've just got AVTs. VPOs. I think I sold all my VPOs just because, like, why keep them? Because they're so cheap. May as well just, like, store them in Jaeger, you know what I mean? The only other way we could tell. VPO. Check. Yeah, there's no select weapon. Okay, so we don't have one, but that's okay. All right. So we need to build some kind of like sniping loadout, I guess. Well, it's not even sniping. Like, you don't need to snipe with this. The big question is, do we want to go suppressed or not? Is the question. And I'm not sure. Good evening, Gig Alpha on the stream. Thank you, Joseph. Thank you, man. Shoot one time? You kinda, yeah. Your voice is out of work. Really? Am I delayed or something? Sounds fine. Can you just try restart? Like, just refresh your page. There shouldn't be any... Why not use a DVL? I get, because the thing is, like, you can either use what's the choice here, right? It's like, I'm going to use M62. The thing is, APM's really good at killing scavs, and we just need to get like scav levels as well. Not scav levels. We just need to get like, we just need levels. You know what I mean? We need like sniper levels. Maybe, I think we do go suppressed, and we're gonna go APM. We're gonna go APM. Also, I just perform better with this gun. I don't know why. Probably just because I'm a budget hound, and I've used it a lot. This particular weapon. I guess we want to go with something relatively lightweight. Let me think. What are we going to do? So let's do... Ah, I know what we're going to do. I know precisely what we're going to do. We're going to go to Mr. Ragman, and we're going to buy these TTSK rigs, which are absolutely perfect for doing sniping stuff. That's what we're going to do. Right, let's buy 2 of these. 1 and 2. And we'll buy 2 loot lords. 1 and 2. So that's about 150. So that's like kind of on the top end for this. this armor, but even still, it's fine. Like 150 is just the price of armor in general. Oh, it's like we've missed a reset, unfortunately. So if we die with these, then that's going to be it. But whatever, it'll do us for the time being. Pop an adrenaline, get one of these, bring one of those. One of the good things also about doing bolty stuff is that I think we're going to take 4 mags because 3 mags is sometimes a little bit low, given that you only get 4 bullets per per magazine. It's not very many. But we can actually buy APM from Mechanic, which is awesome. Are these full? Damn, I'm going to have to buy another one. Oh. Right. No, we're probably going to bring like a sidearm just in case. Press depends if you bring your backup weapon. Yeah, I think we probably will. Let's see what else we got. Go for this. Take off the torch. Scrah. Face cover. Ghost will do. Bag. Really anything. We'll go for day pack. Fine, nice and light. Yeah, backup gun. Backup gun. Sort of shotgun. After doing by the bolties, it's one of the things that we're really far behind on. I'm literally level 1 sniper. And we need to get through the sniper series at some point. So we may as well do it now. And work on shooter board as well, I suppose. Yeah, this thing's tier 6. Did you get the black keycard? We just completed Colleagues 3, literally just now. Any plans yet for channel points? I know, I'm sorry. I need to look at it. It's so hard to get the time to do everything. MP5K, no stock, MP7 or something. APS, MP9, pistol, Cato with SP7, SR2. All of these are good options, actually. All of these are good options. Oh, the MP7 is not a bad idea, and I actually have some. Like, I actually have an MP7 here. We want to go for, like, a cheap optic, I think. I'm going to get unsuppressed, so it's going to take this version. I think just like what's cheap. What do I actually have?
Mega Pork Radio play with my fave gun less than 3.
Hello, Vegan. Thank you for the 22 months. Dude, that's a really long time. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. You know, maybe we're going to go like some of these ones. These ones that I just don't really use very much. I think we'll do that. I wonder if we've got any mags. No. Well, that's fine. UMP? UMP's not a bad idea. People used to love UMP back before it got nerfed. The only issue with UMP is if you don't have the good bullets for it, you're kind of scuffed, you know. It's also these kind of guns are quite light as well, which is quite nice. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do it like this way around. Oops, not like that.
Gold.
Yeah, we'll take this just in case. Look, and we stay underneath the weight here as well, which is good. Psylocke, thank you for the prime, dude. Thank you for the prime. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Right. Where are we gonna go first? Oh yeah, we want to go Shoreline, don't we? Because of the wonderful things he does. No, because we need to go and plant down a marker somewhere on the pier. Not on the pier, on the like fisherman's thing. So we'll go to the fisherman's bit first. I can't be bothered to change this out. UMP pretty light. Is that the nerf the UMP? Yeah. A small shotgun or SMG? Yeah, exactly. So basically like any SMG or shotty is honestly fine. Like it's almost worth taking 20 rounders in this thing, but I think that's probably just a bit of a mistake. Repair the helmet. Yeah, that probably is. Is it even worth it? It's going to take it to like 24.6. I don't even think it's worth doing, you know. Because by the time you actually take into account the, like this doesn't end up at 24.6, this ends up lower than this. So you're actually not really going to repair anything, is the problem. Right, let's get going. Let's get going. Love YouTube videos is my thank you. Thank you, man. Thank you, Psylocke. I appreciate it, dude. Did that ensure? It did. Okay. Did stir potentially onwards. Oh yeah, we should take a backup. Oh, I know, we could take RSH Revolver next time. Let's have a look for that. MP5 with RIP, but situational. True. In those situations, it can be quite good though. Best way to get the stims from Colleagues 3? I basically just ran the Moonshine case and my Scav until I got it. That's all I did. I didn't ever even look for it. I've been busy doing other stuff. Like, my usual rationale for these kind of things is I don't ever go look for something that I could just, like, A, that's not critical. That's not, like, mission critical blocking me from doing other quests. And I can get through not being in raid. So things like the tank battery, most of the stims for samples, the stims for Colleagues Part 3, labs cards, like anything like that. I don't bother looking for any of those things. I just let them come to me through the moonshine case. That's all I do. All scav runs through factory. Just literally run in, roll my starting loadout as many times as I can by running in, running out, running in, running out, running in, running out, and eventually you'll get it. That's what I do anyway. Yeah, so why are we sniping today? We are trying to get levels in Sniper, and we are also trying to do Shooter Born in Heaven, because it's one of the things that I will need to do at some point, but I need to do Tarkov Shooter 7 before I can do Lightkeeper. And this wipe, I've really not done any bolt action stuff at all. I got through Tarkov Shooter 1 and 2 for some XP early, and 3 early for some XP, and then I left it, and I'm still level 1 Sniper, so I've not done any of it, so we do need to get a bit more stuff in. Love the Rids, shame on the time zone. Yeah, I know, man. Final question. In your opinion, is 9x19 AP 6.3 still viable to take into bunkers on reserve? I would say no. I don't think it's really ever viable. I don't really like 9x19. I don't like 6.3 at all. AP 6.3, it just kind of sucks. PvP is better, but then even then it's like on par with some of the other ones. You do get really low recoil with 9x19. If you can hit people in the head, then like maybe it's okay. No one uses the face shield anymore. But you're going to bounce off tier 4 helmets. I just don't like it very much. Don't like it very much. Yeah, which quest? Yeah, we're doing a couple of different ones. Find yourself running pistols more with the trick draw? I thought it would, and I tried at the start of the wipe, and I ended up just like not really doing it. I wish. Sword off with 2 rounds of flechette. Probably not a bad idea. Ah, Saki, it's true. Well, remember, if you use my code, you get... Now, they are pricey. But the thing is, for me, like... I know some people who've gone and got one. Like, obviously there are alternatives, but you probably never need to buy anything else. So there is that. But, you know, I appreciate they're pricey. They're not for everybody. But I like the fact that they're quality, you know? MP9. Oh, this is perfect. We're just going to go and complete the quest. Great. We'll stick that to 100. Maybe the game should allow for a dead man grenade. I think that would not be a good idea. Let's try... Let's try not to make the game more toxic than it already is. Oh boy. Like Martyrdom from COD. Someone off with AP20, that's good fun. The problem with AP20 is that it doesn't penetrate through class 4 armor 50% of the time. I think I'd rather have the, like, the RSH revolver. Or what's it actually called? So the Arsha, I think? The Ash 12 is also, like... I can't remember what it's supposed to be pronounced as, Cyrillic or whatever. Fire mode on your sidearm? Yeah, good point. Now we're on full auto already. I've already used this gun in the past, so... That's the reason that it's already set properly. It was one from my stash, but yeah, good point. We should have definitely checked it. So I think we should go in here. I think I just marked this. Is it this one? In here somewhere? Wait, where is it? Is it this boat? I can't actually remember now. Is it this thing? Yeah, it's here, isn't it? Yeah. We'll just chill in here for a minute while it loads up. Yeah, the hand cannon. I think I've actually got some... Maybe. Do I have any... PS12B? I'm actually not sure. I might just have some, like, lying around. Maybe. Okay. I just don't want to get, like, sniped out and die. I'd rather just have the quest completed, at least. Slash, like, we just need to survive Shoreline raid at some point. Let's pop in here. I'm not get over that. It's annoying. Oh, that's really annoying. Want AP20 to be easier to get again? Yeah, I mean, I don't think AP20 is OP in any way, really. Like, this is not really even worth taking out. You could just buy these. I think it's bad. M700. The game's trying to tell me something. It's like, stop using the Gornestay. Don't use the Gorny. If there's anybody lurking on the shores. It's called Shoreline, after all. Spend most of our time not on the shoreline. Anyone lurking? Doesn't look like it. Anybody lurking this direction? Doesn't look like it. Okay, well, at least we did that. What other stuff have I got to do for this? Shoreline. I think it's just that. Yeah, okay. We just got to find, like, just scavs and kill them, I guess. Probably the next best thing. Dead man's too harsh for having dead bodies with grenades. That's kind of interesting. Like, if you could rig a body with explosives or something. I mean, that's kind of a fun idea. At least, because then you'd have to, like, risk something. Because then you'd have to go in and, like, you know, rig it up. And also, you'd be kind of, maybe give people a way to diffuse or something. I don't know, man. But that actually sounds better. Spam reloading gives skill points? It does. We can have a look at what our skill points are. Right now, our skill points are 9.3. We'll run around a bit and then see what our skill points are after we've reloaded a while. 9.3, remember that number. I hate running off this. I really do. Was there a shot next to me then? I don't know. Thought maybe. Doggo shooter, eh? It's quite hard now. Thing is, I'm not desperate to do shooter 8. Like, that's a Kappa thing. Kappa's, like, second on the list for me. I would like to get Lightkeeper first. Like, Kappa doesn't really matter. Lightkeeper sometimes does matter. Especially we saw that, like, last wipe. Ooh. Okay, so if there's people... Let's take some high ground. Take some high ground up. Here we go. It sounds inside, even. I'm amazed if they're inside the power station. That's weird. Oh, maybe it's power or something. Odd. How did Lightkeeper matter? Because if you had completed it, then you didn't have to do as much for the Tarkov trail, the Terror Group trail at the end for the end of wipe event. There were 2 makeup quests that you had to do if you hadn't completed it, and that basically made it take even longer. And you had to go and like find some irritating items. And if I'd had to complete that, I'm not sure if I'd have finished it. Or being honest, I had to put extra time in outside of the game, outside of the stream, to get Terror Group trail completed. So I'm not sure if I'd have done it otherwise. Shooter 8 is nice because it unlocks the razor. Oh, well, how much is it from the trader? I don't think, well, if it's more expensive than 70k, then I'm not going to use it because I just get voodoos instead. One of your LVOA? Oh, it's a good build, actually. It's fun. I like that one. Let's see. Can we see anybody? What's interesting is if you set up on the cliffs like this, looking through grass, you can see through it, obviously, because your scope goes like in front of the grass decal, which is kind of interesting. Like, it makes you slightly harder to spot even. If somebody's anywhere. They're probably down at pier. We took a little bit of time, so all the scavs are dead, I think. Probably. Did they ever give out the extra stash space? They did! You had to claim it from the profile. So you know, like the Christmas gift and that kind of thing? Isn't there a skill directly related to reloading? I don't think so. What's our skill now? 10.2, so it does go up. I don't think there's a reloading skill. There's an aim drill skill, and there's a, like, loading... There's mag drills, but it's not, like, reloading per se. But did I see somebody over there? Was that, like, a graphical glitch? I thought I saw somebody, like, pop up. I don't know. Well, I thought we heard some shooting from over this side, but it doesn't really seem like it anymore. I'd 70k? Okay, well, I mean, that gives you a nice alternative if the barter isn't available in the video. Well, oh. Was that a suppressed shot? I did see somebody. I did indeed see somebody. Oh, oh, oh. I think he's like just behind there. One guy went this way. There's like 3. There's another one. Oh, there's one there. They're shooting at somebody else. As well, I think. Oh, is that someone there? No, that's the edge of the car. Oh, there's someone going in. Well, we can just like stake them out, I suppose. We got to come out at some point. We could get into a slightly more advantageous position. This is actually not too bad, though. Oh. That was a nice like difference between the flash sound and the flash effect going off. I quite like that. That's good. Dramatic, hey man. Thanks, dude. Yeah, we're using APM. Is that just the bullet being inaccurate? I mean, it's a combination of like the distance plus the it's a combination, right? It's like it's distance, inaccuracy, like me shooting. Bit of a combo. Where are the rest of these guys? People flying out of the windows and stuff. Or something like jumping across. There's somebody shooting in there. Who's hitting the outside of the building? Oh, it's nade. There's a nade going off. Okay.
Gold, please.
Let's have a look here. Oh,
Taking away your attention from the screen, toxic community less than 3.
Thanks, Ahmed. Thanks for the 2 months, dude, for the Prime. Appreciate it, man. Are you ready? It's going all right. Yeah, going all right. Oh, there's a guy like right. Oh, there they are, right at the back. Oh, he went short. think I hit him. Funny, because these guys don't even know I'm here. Get some more stamina, breath stamina. Ooh. It's so shaky. It's like really shaky for some reason. Quite annoying. If I'm honest. Like, I'm not on hold breath. Yeah, I did actually hit him. I'm not on hold breath at the moment. We've got the entrance covered. The sign is a bit of a pain. I can feel that shaky. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's because I ran out of breath before. Like, if I do hold breath now, that's better. I need to manage my breathing a bit more closely, I think. Let's hold breath, not hold breath. Where are these dudes? Make sure we're not, like, losing sight of what's around us. I have it in a strange setup so that I do hold breath as soon as I ADS, like, which is normally fine. But when you're sniping, sometimes it's actually slightly counterproductive because it means that you've got hold breath on kind of all the time. You have to remember to turn it off when you ADS. Like, usually it's fine. Like, within AR and stuff, it's okay. Like, I have to actually, like, actively remember to get rid of it. Yeah, such a difficult spot. Yeah, if you get trapped down here. But there were, like, 2 people fighting. It's, like, not even part of the same team. Can you craft APM? You can. You can buy it from the fleet. You can buy it from Mechanic 3. You can craft it as well. There's lots of routes for APM, actually. Kind of cool. There's a few different ways to get it. I don't think it's Scavs. Is Senator up? I don't know. I don't think so. APM gives you minus 28% accuracy. You can see it on the gun though, right? You can see MOA on the gun. It makes the MOA 1.84, which is, like, doesn't matter that much. People always overestimate the issues with APM. It matters more about this range, actually. And it's more about, like, the bullet drop. It's got, like, a weird bullet drop trajectory because you got to remember the zeroing, like, the zeroing, you can't actually see the zeroing in the corner, but I've got it set for 200. But the zeroing on this corner stay is not for APM, it's for something else. It's for EKO, I think, which is faster. Which is kind of odd because it means that EKO is faster but has worse ballistic coefficient than APM. So APM slowly does better, but it starts off slower. So it actually ends up... So it starts off undershooting, I think is the right way around. I think it starts off undershooting and then it overshoots later. Something like that. It's a bit weird. Well, the game tried to tell you to use the M700. Yeah. Now we're using M80, which is, like, fine, but... Use binds for ADS and hold breath. Yeah, so I have hold right click. I have right click down as aim, and then when I let go, it holds breath. You see, this doesn't always work perfectly if you've got, say, like a very low ergo weapon. Sometimes if you, like, just click it, then the hold breath can't enact because you're not actually in ADS yet because the ergo's too low. And then I have a separate button for hold unhold for when I'm in this situation, so I can control it. You know what I mean? Where did these dudes go? Are they all just, like, hiding now? Probably. You're getting sniped from long range, so I'm not surprised. Remember, for sniping range, Meldonin and SJ12 give you all benefits and no downsides. True. Why SJ12 though? Like, yeah, food, but... Oh, because of Meldonin. I see what you mean. We can avoid Meldonin with, like, food. We don't need to spend money on the expensive stim. We can just take the stim in our injector case. Oh. How did he here? We didn't kill him either, which is annoying. Maybe because I had it on 200? I'm not sure. He's presumably come this way. I would think. Step bug. No! Damn it. Zooming stuck in the single bullet. It is really annoying. I wish they'd just fix it. M61! Oh my god. I'm actually surprised he had M61. Step brug. Show how the whole breath setup? Yeah, I'll show you. Use a different bolty, please. It's not going to make much difference, I promise you. Hello, Theory. How's it going? If bad bolty gameplay is going to annoy you, then you should probably just turn the stream off. It's the reason why I don't bother. Missed shot on the road cost you? I mean, hitting any of them would have been useful. It doesn't really matter what I'm going to use here. Yeah, so the settings, so I have it set up like so. Let's see. Where's hold breath? I have aim, right mouse button, press. Nothing controversial about that. And then I have... Where's hold breath? There's so many. Here we go. So I have it on the same right mouse button, but on release. That's it. And then I also have it on... yeah, so I've got it on... So key 2 is the right mouse button on release, and I also have it on a mouse button as well. Because this allows me... So if I aim and it holds breath, I can then unhold breath if I don't want to, for example. Do not carry a sidearm for close quarters? Yeah, but I also wanted to... I was carrying a MP7, but I also want to get the shots. This is always the funny thing about the sidearm thing, because it's just like, if I just use the sidearm, then I'm never going to get the quest done. And then we're going to be doing this forever. So it's like a really hard choice, you know? That's why sometimes I often just don't go in with one. Because I just think, well, you know, we may as well just... May as well just not bother. Like, I take it and then I just die with it. I feel like maybe we just don't bother taking it at all. Have to force yourself to use the bolty? Yeah. Right, we'll go with this rig. Unfortunately, we met our nemesis, which is the bloody M61. Which is really unfortunate, because it's basically one of the only rounds that's just going to completely ignore this armor. Actually quite unfortunate. Oh, I didn't drink my drink either. That was silly. Silly, silly. I might not even take a bag, you know. We're going to keep like ourselves extremely low profile. I actually don't want to take like a ULAC or something. It's kind of like too high spec for what we want to do here. Although to be fair, these are like nearly the same price. Olive, black. Chimera. Or the hat. This guy. Maybe we do. Maybe we do just go camo hat. Honestly. Like, not even kidding. Go like no bag, camo hat. Embrace it. I think so. Embrace it. But then it means we can't take, you know, can't take a sidearm like the MP7. But I think, as we said, I don't think it's necessarily worth doing. Just based on what we just saw. Holding the trigger to manually cycle. True. Hello, Freak Views. Thank you, man. I wonder if I've got pistol in here. Maybe I don't have the RSH. No, I don't. Or we just go with something else. I think what's kind of good. I mean, we could just go for 5.7 or something, or like USP maybe. Like it's a just in case. Well, they patched the weapons rack, yeah, but if you didn't change it, you can still do it. Well, that's the trick. Just something, just in case, you know. Cool. I could put it down there, I suppose. Given that we've only got 1x1 mags, it's kind of alright. Okay, so let's give this a try again. We've got this new med case now, it's quite nice. Utilize some of this. Oh no, let's get some sugar first. Moonshines are so expensive now. They're so expensive. So expensive. Right. I guess we technically need to survive Shoreline, don't we? We don't need to go up onto the doodad, so we can just like run through like this. Let's see. When I wear a helmet, I get head jaws. When I don't, I get top of head. Indeed. Is it worth running class 6 and no helmet? Sure. If I get hit in the head. Thing is, it's only the like. What else am I gonna run on my armor? Like class 4? Like I guess I could just go class 4. But the thing is, class 4 is gonna cost you. It's gonna cost you 70k anyway, unless you go for something really cheap, like the 6p5 Ulay. Like a rat rig's gonna cost you 70 grand. So and this is expensive at the minute, and that's 150. So I feel like, you know. Made a 39 vertical M4 that costs 120 to 130. I think you might like it. What's the base? Is it LVOA base? Or is it a SOT mod base? Budget hours all day? Nah, we're just kind of getting into it like this. Like, usually VPO works a bit better for me, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. But we kind of just like need to get some use out of it. Like, not necessarily just killing PMCs. We just need to kill some scouts as well. MMAC? The problem with the MMAC though, and like all of those class 4s, is if somebody's got like 5501, you just die. You just instantly die. Like this will prevent an M80, a BP, a 5501. Like there's lots of common arm like ammos that you just, if you have any class 4 helmet, you're just going to die anyway to those. M4A1 base, just a regular one. Nice. GTSK is just so cheap compared to the alternatives, it's a no-brainer. Exactly, because like I don't like running class 4 because it feels like I may as well not run anything, kind of, for the money. And given that it's, yeah, it's most expensive, which is basically what it is now, it's 150k. It's like the same price, if not cheaper than all the class 5s. It's really, really light. So I feel like we may as well use it. We may as well use it given that we've got Ragman 4. Like, utilize the benefit of that. Kind of idea? Fun and pointless fact, you did not just utilize the waters. Utilize means to use in a fashion not originally intended. Really? To make practical and effective use of. According to the Oxford definition. To put to use. Maybe it used to mean that? Etymology from the French utiliser. Latin utilis for use. I'm not sure. Fact check. Where did you see that? I do like etymology. It's quite fun seeing the roots of stuff. It's cool. Hello, enjoy your podcast on my drive if it's informative. Thanks, Ives. Best part is the rig. No one takes it. Vendors for fence for 60k. Exactly. And we actually did the calculation either last stream or the one before, where it's basically like, well, you may as well just sell it to fence. Like, there's no point repairing it and selling it to Ragman. You don't get enough for it. Close range fights, you won't lose to height overball. I don't think we would have lost height overball there. I think that will hit true. Maybe I screwed up because of the zeroing, but I don't think you'll lose. If you've got it like set to something normal, like 100, at that distance, that's like 30 meters. Like, there's going to be no height overball there. And I don't think. Is grinding Sturman still worth? I don't think it was ever worth it. I've never grind Sturman. English teacher who steered me wrong. Maybe it was. Maybe it was that originally. Maybe that's like some other usage of it. I don't know. No, it's not. Well, not what the definition says. Like, I didn't mean to call you out. I was just intrigued, so I wanted to go and look it up. Maxed out fence is a hoax. Yeah, I think so. I think that they should make maxed out fence one of the perks. Show fences items on the flea, because the fact that they aren't on the flea means you have to go and specifically check. And yeah, you can get high level items that you can't access otherwise. Things that are they're expensive, but you just simply can't buy them otherwise. That's the one benefit of fence. I've seen, some people in my Discord have shown me some crazy stuff they've got in there, but you still have to spend 200k for an armor or whatever it is, right? You just get access to things that you can't get access otherwise. All right. Well, I'm thinking here. Right, kind of along the edge of the village. I could sort of just chill out up here for a minute, see if anybody comes across. I suppose. Take it to 100 just to see. Inti 4, Mark 10, 406, OMRG, Cult, KOS Gen 3, Mass, but RK5. What's the Ergo? Yo, Zev. No IR. Not that I'm specifically aware of. I was looking at the other day. What was I looking at the other day? I think it's because it fits on the top of the MP7. I think that's why I was checking it out. I realised I want to be able to see at distance. I don't want to get caught down in a little divot with somebody like running up on me. Somebody, was it? Oh my god, that was really loud. Does UK still have any nobility titles? I'm sure we do. I'm sure we have some. Like we've got like a bunch of them. Like the really old ones that have been handed down are pretty much just. I guess they are vanity titles. I suppose they don't really mean anything. I went to a wedding the other day and they were talking about the earldom of where was it exactly? Oh, sounds like a scav. Okay. I guess that's exactly what happened to the other person on the other side. Oh my god, let me up. All is good because it's canted. Yeah, where was it again? I'm trying to think of their name. Anyway, they had an earldom in their family, but the earldom went away because they did not continue down their actual lineage. Like the earl dude didn't have a son or whatever, and then the family home and everything went to the cousins. So they kept the home and the castle, but then the earldom disappeared because it's like only hereditary. So they're like Mr. and Mrs. Which, as the tour guide said, it was a shame. It was funny, yeah, this wedding I went to, like, literally had a tour guide of the castle in the middle. It's, like, kind of funny. Well, that's all the way up in Resort. We'll go 36. It's on the low side. I guess that's probably why it's budgety, because it's on the low side. I usually try to build mine with a bit more ergo than that, but, like, you know, for the recoil, it's pretty good. If you can handle the ergo, it's okay. Like, ergo certainly isn't everything. That's for sure. Yeah, like Duke and Duchess, exactly. Caban out, teaming up with. I think, yeah, if Caban's in the raid, you can really, like, you can clean up, actually. Okay, so that's outside resort. I'm fighting outside, so I'm fighting in. How'd you have the watch on your wrist? It's because I'm USEC. No, it doesn't actually work. I wish it worked. It'd be fun if it worked. But it doesn't function. Unfortunately. Whoopsie, too early. Ever tried Class of Your Life? No. Interesting. Let's try and set up here. I wonder where that is. Is that like up here, maybe? I should have kind of checked this first before I dived in and had a look around. Sort of a weird location for shots. It sounds like the spine scavs. I don't really know. Do you know what the effective MOA of a suppressed VPO shooting APM is? Yeah, you can see the APM is sorry. MOA is one of the few things that actually updates properly in the stats. It's 1.8. Or trying to find the goons for 2 weeks. I unfortunately can't help you. Some people use Goon Tracker. Some people are saying that it doesn't really work that well this way. I don't really know. Also, new thermal. I haven't used it yet, actually. It's quite expensive. But I haven't used it. There's someone. It looked like they were trying to get a sniping vantage point. Where's he gone? Where's he gone? Let's go up and across and see if we can look at him a bit closer. Have a look. Was that at me? I'm honestly not sure. Oh, I guess so. Oh. Apparently Sniper Scav appeared out of nowhere. I think they'll still add map-to-map travel. I think map-to-map travel is going to be basically what we have now, except you'll just be limited in what you can, like, where you can go. I think that's all it's going to be. You just won't be able to go to any map. It's going to be just a limited version of what we have now. It's not going to be like you seamlessly scroll from one map to the next. I just don't think it's going to be like that. People have a misapprehension of what map-to-map travel is going to look like. I feel. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think it's going to work in any other way other than that. Oh, it's annoying, this. Doing shooter-born is annoying. Even with the close-range shots, like, I almost feel like we just have to go aggro instead. Just go, like, point blank. So there was a dude over here. I don't think he seemed to be here anymore. He looked like he was moving around the map quite carefully. Like, maybe if we go towards tunnel, maybe we'll find him. I don't even think I have tunnel. I have the lighthouse. Obviously, you always have that. But we can always move up. Go and get it. I think 545 by 39 is worth running. It depends. You can get really low recoil on the cheap with it, so it's not too bad on that front. But I personally think the damage is too low. I'd rather use 556. I don't see a great deal of advantage in using it over 556. To be honest, you get more variety in 556. You can pick high fire rate if you want. The rounds do more damage and still have decent pen, and you can access them relatively easily. It's just, yeah, I just don't think it's worthwhile. I don't really use 545, let's put it that way. Yeah, I kind of want to, like, just grab a Shoreline survive, so that we can finish the quest. Yo, Q. How's it going, man? That sounds very loud. Where is this guy shotgunning from? There is somebody up here, surely. Unless it just sounds really loud to me. I don't know. Let's try and take some high ground again. 545 BS is decent because of the pen, but the damage is kind of low. I think the issue with 545 is that against PMCs, it's a bit like the MP7 in some ways, although they're very different. There's some philosophy to it, which is the bullets are actually quite good against players, but they're annoying to play against scavs with, because BS is like kind of expensive and low damage, and they're not very good against bosses again because the damage is too low. That's why people end up like moving towards higher damage, not necessarily just because, yeah, it does more damage, you can kill people more easily, but just because against AI and stuff, like, you can have this... Huh. We need to get to a better position here. That's better. Come on. No. Good enough. There's a scav down here somewhere. This guy's like the person we need, basically. He's quite timid. Wearing his blue helmet. But where he has gone is another question. I want this guy to engage our player here. Unfortunately, he didn't. Oh, I didn't bring a nade, damn it. Where's our blueberry man? He's very cautious. I feel like if we come over the rocks, we're eventually just gonna like meet him face to face, which is not gonna be not gonna be ideal. Oh my, come on. Dead scav there. Let's go this way. Let's go this way. No. Are we shooter morning? Kind of. Yeah. We're like mainly working on Tarkov shooter, but we're sort of trying to do shooter born to like get us into that mode. That makes sense. Not a guy, is it? No, I don't think so. He might have just scuttled away somehow. Somehow. We saw him up on the tops of the rocks like ages ago. He's like stayed around this area for so long. With his blue helmet on. Could be in the bushes over here, I suppose. Hate this map. I don't mind it too much. I just don't like using bolt actions, really. A bolty is not my playstyle. I will tell you that for free. Yeah, just a huge disadvantage. Like, I don't need any more disadvantages to, you know, get pooed on in this game. So I feel like it sucks. I'm doing foot energy, not great. Where did this dude scuttle off to? Honestly. I keep thinking that's him, like lying down with a gun, but it's not. Any minute now, I'm just going to get full autoed out of a bush. Our man's just vaporized that and do not know where he is. He's taking Overwatch over here or something. Oh, I've got no idea. No idea where he is. He must have somehow like snuck away perfectly away from us in a way that we couldn't see him, and also managed to avoid the player scav. How exactly? I'm not sure. I don't know. PTSD by bloodhounds? Yeah, they were all sat around that area, weren't they? Quite frequently. Oops. Terrible shooting. Patience, Padawan. Patience. Think there'll be another Bloodhound event? Oh, I don't know, really. Maybe. Or should be less covering players when they sit in it? Yeah, Tarkov does have very invisible people inside bushes. Oh yeah, we've got one of these. We should drink this. The Bloodhounds want it to be an active faction. Yeah, I'm kind of sad that they got rid of them in this wipe. It would have been kind of cool if they were there the whole time. Love your AK-101 vids. Imagine how good then that would be if I had 40 or 60 rounders. Yeah, I mean, with 60 rounders, it would be borderline OP, I think. I mean, to be fair, like, you could still make a better M4 in theory. That crunchy? Who's making the crunchy sounds? Or is that fire? Fire sounds or crunchy foot sounds? I guess fire. Yeah, fire. Yeah, Black Division, I don't know. Wow, that was too far. Oh. Oh. Level that surgery. Or whatever it is. Wasn't around for Bloodhounds? They're basically just there to just shoot you on Shoreline. Were they on other maps? I forget now. I only really did them on Shoreline. Oh, an MRE? Nice. Yeah. Ninja me. Bloodhound task kill like 50 of them without dying. Yeah, I mean I didn't do it, but the Bloodhounds were fun. Best way to level endurance? Run around. Honestly, run around. Short raids. Run about with the air filter on. Really it. If anyone's been in here. Doesn't even look like it. Okay. Well, nice 60k, I suppose. Quick look in here. Right. Doesn't sound like there's any scavs. We'll have a look at this scav. I'll go this way. The sights on this thing, it's Elcam. Crunchy leg gang. Streamers without kappa. I find it very hard to get kappa. I just don't play enough. It makes it very difficult. Why'd you bring melee weapons to non-reserve? It's usually because I want to smash glass. I just forget otherwise and I just forget to take it off. So smashing glass on interchange is very useful, for example. I always forget because you can just do a quick little, you know, swipe like that. You should probably not for the weight. But as I said, I often end up forgetting. How'd you have 110? Yeah, it's a hideout. Like Swiss says. Indeed, sticking to one headset does make it easier. This is true. Because they've all got a different EQ balance, so you get used to one headset. Like, I've been using M32s a lot since the headset changed, so I'm kind of used to those. Even though they're technically not the best for overall hearing, I'm sort of just more used to them than I am some of the others. And yeah, I don't know if I gave the tip, but it's something that I do say sometimes. I don't always necessarily stick to it myself, because I've been experimenting a little bit. What's your total Tarkov hours? In game, it says 7,000 something, but the thing is, I have the game open a lot when I'm not playing. So I would wager that my total hours is something more like 4. Maybe even 3 something. Like over 50% of my playtime like has to be just with the game open and just sat in the menu. It has to be. Because I spent so long just like looking through traders, taking screenshots, like recording stuff in the hideout. Just like loads of random crap, right? And I'm not really playing the game, I'm just making videos. Like, if you look at, you know, there's people, like, a lot of the streamers who play full-time, like, they play the game full-time on Twitch. They're genuinely got, like, you know, well over 1,000 raids at this point. Like, I have, like, 250 raids. Like, I have hardly any raids compared to those guys. I play genuinely, like, a 1/5 less or something. If not more. You know, if you're, like, full-time on Twitch, I mean, how many hours do people do, usually? Like, if you're not a madman, you probably do, like, 50, 60, maybe? A week? I only stream 10, so... yeah, so it says 7,400, you see, but... best place to find GPX? That's a tricky one. They're like coats? Duffels? You can use a suppressed pistol for glass breakage. Yeah, you could. Oh yeah, tech stores as well. Yeah, tech stores and interchange. That's a good idea. That's probably better than my suggestion. What are the actual distance differences for headsets? Someone mentioned they changed since last wipe. Yeah, so last wipe, the different headsets were just EQ. There wasn't any actual difference in the headsets. It was more how, like, what the EQ balance is and how much they reduce ambient. That was what it was last wipe. This wipe, they changed it. Got to be slightly careful around here now, actually. For this reason. Where are they? Where are they? There's one. Where's the other one? There's another one. I don't think he's up here still. He came down with the other guy. Be sure. Where are you, Scav man? Probably like tucked right in here or something. Behind the bus? Who? Maybe it was just one? Maybe it was just one more. I feel like that isn't right, but... oh, a Scav vest! Hey! I need that for my weekly. At this point, I don't feel like I'm going to get it done, but we'll try. We shall see. Guess we should check this dude as well. Regular thing, Saiga, fine. Yeah, some of the ranges are crazy now. Like, contact fours, when someone's running overweight, is actually just a ridiculous... It's so far. You can hear somebody from like 90 meters away. Kind of mad. Well, no. Oh, I just tend to use APM. I don't normally use this until I get APM. Sometimes I use it with EKO, but kind of rare. Crafting mats preset. Glad you like it. I have one as well for 4 nuts and 4 bolts, so that I can do mag cases, because I hate buying 4 things. It's just annoying. Can you continue talking about the headsets? Yeah, so there's a chart, there's a spreadsheet. I don't have it to hand. Somebody has it to hand. It's the Omni actual spreadsheet for headsets. And they've all got different like ranges you can hear. Extraction. Oh, you mean railway bridge. I always forget that extract exists. I like never use it normally. Final bug glitch, here's to far away. Yeah, so the step bug's just like crazy. So where is it? Let's have a look. Go to like Omni's video, let's see. So Omni well. He has got best headsets update. Headset chart. Here we go. Here you go. Spreadsheets for all. Omni's thing. And he's also got a link to his YouTube video if you want to see the testing. But yeah, it's kind of mad. So M32s are not amazing, but you can hear people running with no, like the underweight from 60 meters away. I don't, like, it's interesting, right? Because you could argue in some ways restricting your hearing to a certain distance, like, yeah, you can't hear people from quite as far, but you kind of have slightly more idea of where they are because they have to be at a certain distance. Overall, it probably doesn't balance out, and it still makes the contact force better because you'd rather hear people sooner. But in terms of positional localization, you can make that argument. I mean, I think that is the reason why we should... Like, I don't think the hearing was ever this far. I don't think you could ever hear somebody running overweight from 91 meters away with any headset. I mean, it's so far. It's so far. It really is such a long distance. It's crazy. Well, that was cheap. Okay, we're going to get more fleece as well, I think. Fleece hats, let's go. Alright, and so Peacekeeper, we did finally do this one. Wet job 2. We got now Tow Group Employee. The workplace. Artem's car on Shoreline. This one's pretty easy. We could just keep going and doing these like various quests. Oh, Switchblade. Okay. Beats 4 times. We're not going to complete that today. Yeah, so look, we've got Scav vests to hand in. 10 of them. Just don't know if we're going to do it. I've literally only found 1. I'm turning these in for normal textiles because like we can always make 2 more Kudura. But yeah, I'm just not finding enough of the basic Scav vests. Like, really not finding any. Let's just whip through Scav Factory just quickly. I see you watched the headsets video? I did. Missed the discussion, just saw the spreadsheet. Yeah, I mean, the spreadsheet's the important part anyway. Rip with a switchblade. Ugh. 90 meters to football field's a huge distance. On the other hand, gunshots should be audible at much longer distances. I feel that suppressed shots shouldn't be limited to 100 meters. I don't know. Suppressors should be useful, but at the minute, suppressors just like do everything. I feel like suppressors are like one of the issues with late game Tarkov, actually. Like, they just make the game worse, I think. People love early game because the maps feel so full. The map feels empty when everyone's suppressed because you just can't hear half the people. And they also are best for recall too, so it's like everyone just uses them. Contact force unencumbered, walking is 71 meters. It's crazy, right? Like, even the M32s, which are right in the middle of the pack, they're like very distinctly average. You can hear somebody walking from 53 meters away. Like, 53 meters is decent distance. Can't you make Scav vest? You actually can't, no. Right. What have we got? Nothing really interesting. Stuff to sell, but we'll have a quick. Like, normally, what I'm doing at the minute is I'm just gonna have a very quick peek to see if there's any scavs that are just like dead or whatever. Who's this? Yeah, this is not really anything useful there. Am I gonna die to someone? Flashlight? No. Don't do that. I want to do this one. Where they're going, that's a scav, I think. Okay, well, I can't see anybody else easily. We'll just whiz underneath. Yes, what's your VRAM related query, AG? Scav looks like deadly. A bit. Yeah, it does feel dangerous early, it does, it's true. So money. I use bandage and crafting. Same with this. Grenades we use. These two we can sell easily, and then we'll just sell the rest. 125k. I wish good headphones would increase hearing range, but magnify stuff like reloading open inventory, da-da-da. I mean, I think it was fine before, where they were all the same range, but they just did the compression thing. I think that was much better. Less a subsonic round, then it's just really relatively loud. I don't really know, like, if you're nowhere near it, you're not going to hear it though, right? Unless it comes towards you, is my understanding. Like, I'm not an expert on IRL ballistics, to be fair. But, you sell these on the flea. Can 60k. Sell these. Go for decent money. Okay, so we still have to go to Shoreline. We have to go and find the guy's car. I think we just have to... No, we just have to find the car. Easy. We'll take another max NRG drink. Pro kill. Okay. Oh, actually, you know what? One other thing that will... Oh, no, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, transformer bag. Yep. Yeah, barter for slickers and non-final raid. Exactly. Fix a thermal meme bug with the 101. Which one? Which one's that? You say Scav vs. Common, I literally can't find any. Perception? I think perception also sucks, yeah. I like Steam work consistently. The problem is that Steam was okay up to a point, but then they couldn't make it any better. That was the issue. And we had, like, weird distance glitches as well with Steam Audio that they couldn't fix. I mean, they're still the same with Oculus, so who knows, but... For subsonic, you'll hear the sound explosion of the firing / propellant, but no crack of the bullet breaking the sound barrier if it passes near you. But if it's nowhere near you, you won't really hear it still, right? If it's suppressed, I mean. Because if it's supersonic, you'll hear the crack, but you won't hear the gun. But if it wasn't near you, you won't hear the crack. Are you doing Shooterborn? Kinda. We're mainly doing Tarkov Shooter, but yeah. Shooterborn we're sort of like broadly going for. If more Scav streets have plenty of S on doesn't dead Scavs drop for everyone? Yeah, maybe. Suppressed rifle's still pretty audible for 75 plus. The thing is, you can hear suppressed rifles out to 100 meters in EFT. It's just after 100 is the hard cutoff. You just don't hear them anymore. So maybe it should be further. Maybe it should be like 150 or 200 or something. They should just increase that range a little. And at least you'd know someone was there, but it'd be hard to place them, maybe? I don't know. That's kind of the point of the suppressor, though. Suppressors are like a funny thing to balance. I do think that they give, like, even if they change nothing else, I think that they give too much recoil benefit, personally. Yeah, car dealership is quite good. I've been there one time when it was unlooted and there was just tons of streamer items in there. I've been there one time when it was, like, there wasn't really much in there. It's just filing cabinets. Thing is, like, filing cabinets annoy me because they just take so long to loot. If I put a rangefinder in my special slot, how do I use it? I don't seem to be able to bind it to a key. You bind it to, like, 789, like you do with other stuff in the special slots. And then you press it in the raid. Do you suppress the muzzle brake combos give double recoil reduction in real life? I don't know. I would say no. I don't think so. Do they? Like if you take your brake and you put a can over the top like that for the combo ones, that doesn't just suddenly give it like extra low recoil compared to what it had before, right? And I don't think that's true, is it? I'm actually not sure. That's like outside of my field of expertise. Depends. Yeah, depends, I guess. Also, there's a thing that, like, part of the reason, or the rationale in the EFT, I believe, is because because it's, like, heavier on the front. Like, there used to be a lot of stuff in the game that was with that rationale. It's like, oh, it's making the gun heavy, and so the recoil is lower. You used to have a recoil reduction on things like drum mags, on really large optics. Suppressors are still like that in Tarkov. So you used to, like, the Glock mag used to have it. And then, like, the attacker scope used to have recoil reduction. Like, there were tons of, like, goofy stuff back in the day that you could do to just, like, increase the recoil reduction for no real reason other than weight. And I think that's part of the rationale in Tarkov, is that it makes the gun front heavy, but there's no like, balance. Do you know what I mean? Like, the Tarkov guns don't have any balance to them, so there's not really a trade-off. Like, Ergo, yeah, but Ergo doesn't really capture everything about the performance of the gun, or kind of, like, the way it's balanced, like being front heavy, etc. Yeah, you're right, most games give them less damage than pen, or something. Less damage usually, right? Because pen's normally not in most games, but yeah. Usually they have less damage to compensate. What's that scope? It's an L-cam. L-cam from the SOT mod M4, actually. If you're interested. Presumably no scav spawning here off the bat. And I thought so. Should have just used my hotkey, but never mind. Recoil reduction on drums would actually be nice. Well, yeah, they had that, but they've just rolled it into Ergo now. And not given it. Because people kind of felt... People were making, like, stupid builds with, like, the attacker scope and then a canted and stuff like that. It's just, like, really weird. Does the AK night vision scope still reduce recoil? Yes, it's the one that still does. The Legacy Edition. Still reduces recoil to this day. By a good amount, actually. 5% or something. Not small number. Go and find Artem's car. Week X of the wipe, we're still using bolties. Well, I've just not used bolties at all, and that's part of my issue. Actually, we should start reloading this bad boy. Good point. Let's get these skill points. I was thinking about heavy suppressor with a real gun, shouldering it, giving it levels a bit harder. Yeah, so you should have, there should be kind of like a balance or a stability stat or something on the guns. So if you make it like really front heavy, it should wobble around more. It should be harder to, you know, keep still in ADS when you're stood up. Like, that'd be a decent way of doing it. I know that me and Church have talked before about like SPT, and they've got some like realism mods and things in there where there's like balance and you can put different things in different points on the weapon and stuff like that. Like, that would be really cool. Reduce bullet speed with suppressors? I don't know, because like normally having a suppressor increases the bullet velocity, doesn't it? Because it increases the length of the barrel. I mean, it depends. You add a bit more drag on the bullet, I suppose, as it goes down, but usually it allows the gases to travel further, and it actually increases the muzzle velocity, was my understanding. And that's probably not the case in all cases, but do we just have to survive for this one? Yeah. Okay. Reloading counts? It does, but it's half as... It takes twice as long. Is the one thing I will say. So if you're using it as an actual, like... If you want to just go in, reload, and then throw it away and use an actual gun, then you're better off just, like, reloading the ammo in the Mosin or whatever, but... magazine-fed bolties also work. What do we even add? 15.4. Okay, well, we're getting there. We're nearly at level 2. Yeah, it does give you more for reloading the Mosin, but you either like throw them on the floor and lose them, or then have to pick them up, or whatever. You can't, you know, if you want to pick them back up, you can't do it on the move. FMJ. Oh yeah, because you can get FMJ. You don't have to use LPS or T46 now. Or like hollow point, whatever. You can just use like SP or HP or FMJ for the Mosin. That's a good point. I guess like, yeah, if you're taking in as a secondary, that sort of makes sense. Right, well, it's quite dark. We're not really very good weather for shootable, although this doesn't really matter now, but somehow I've got to get these shots off and hit people in the head. I wonder if I'm better at leaving this on 50. If I was saying before, APM is slower at the start. It seems fine there. Okay, well, if no one's taken that out, there doesn't seem to be anyone here, then presumably everyone's up here. You've got to imagine. Mini Mosin. Yeah. Bloodhounds? Nah, not this way. I know that there's an animation for taking the bullet out of the VPO, and you can do that without losing a bullet. But I think you have to have... You have to have, like, no mag or something? I can't remember. It looks like he's got a scav vest. Is there another one, or was that his death sound? You really need APM? You basically guarantee that you go through class 4. That's the trick. Scav bear, Scav bear. Oh no, I didn't bring a bag. I can't pick it up. I have to go and somehow find one. That was a mistake, wasn't it? It was fine on the other one. Oh, we may as well take the Zarya. Drop your tack rig. Yes, perhaps not. Let's see if there's any boys up at weather. Gone into Lightkeeper's quest line. You need Tarkov Shooter Part 7, unfortunately. Which is what this is for, really. That's why we're doing this. Yeah, the SD is cool for that, Surge. The MP5, yeah, the SD with the holes in the underneath to bleed out the gas. A very cool mechanism. Any scavs up here? Any scavs? Any boys? You zeroed? I'm 0 to 50 at the minute. Zeroing is kind of funky on this thing with using APM. Because APM has a tendency of undershooting. Where are our scavs at? Anti care for class 3 because you got lucky on the 86%. It's more the class 4s I worry about. Like, you're just never going to pen them. You have to hit them in the ears or whatever if they're wearing like a TC. That's the main problem. Never zero, just aim higher. I think that's true for this gun. Ooh. Sometimes they do like a little peek straight away. I've been caught up by that a few times. A couple of these in. Like I'm a prolific reloader anyway, but with this stuff I'm like even more so because it's like, well, you've only got 4 shots plus maybe 1 in the chamber. Pay for the bag with a few slots of loot. It was more about the profile. It was more just like the general look of things. Why I decided to go for no bag. He got a bag. He does. An MDSS. And condors too, look at that. I'm gonna drink this man's half-drunk juice. Oh. Let me do it. Right. Oh, canopies too. What do you know? What do you know? Right, we're gonna go back and get our scav vest. ZP, I'm doing good, dude. Hope you are well. Hello, is this for Tarkov Shooter? Yes. How are we doing on skill points? 17.2. Oh, we're diminishing returns. 60%. Okay, 60%'s alright. 266, one of my favourite characters. Yeah, it is goofy. Well, they added the, you know, the very special made-up APM bullet because Nikita likes 366 so much. It's quite funny. Any tips for 3 consistent headshots? I wouldn't come for advice from me. What do you say, Pete? Always fail on the third? Dude, literally I'm level 1 sniper. Like, I don't use bolties at all unless I'm forced to for the quest, but to get Lightkeeper I have to, so I'm gonna do it. It's one of the things that really puts me off getting Kappa, because you have to do these like really annoying bolty quests like Shooterborn in Heaven and stuff, and I don't like doing them. It's one of the main reasons why I just can't be bothered with Kappa, so I thought, you know what, maybe we'll just try doing Shooterborn a bit. But yeah, I don't know. We're just gonna have to start running at people a bit more, I think. Like, there's no penalty for death in Shooterborn, so. But also, we're trying to really do Tarkov Shooter. Like, I don't really care about Shooterborn that much at this point. Like, maybe if we do eventually get closer to Kappa, but I mean, how long are we away from the wipe? Like, in all seriousness, probably. But going off what ESG have said, we're probably 2 months away. Am I going to be able to complete all those quests in 2 months? Like, no. There's no way. So let's just focus on something realistic. Let's go and get Lightkeeper. Let's go and kill Caban. You know. Deal with it that way. I heard some steps then up. I wonder if it's a bit confused as to where that was from. Maybe it is up. Maybe it is the sniper. Oh, yeah, it is the sniper. Suddenly freaked me out. I was like, ah! Like, steps right by me. Pretty sure, anyway. Oh, there he is. What level my shooting range? Do I need level 3 mechanic for the moving targets? I can't remember. Go and have a look on the wiki. I'm not sure. Moving targets is level 3. There we go. Moving target's level 2? Oh, right. I forgot. I actually don't really like the level 3 shooting range. It's a shame. It gives you some skill benefits, which is annoying, because I feel kind of compelled to get it. What is Railway Bridge? It's the one in the corner that I always forget about. It's the one all the way over there. It's directly south from Road to Customs. Yo, Pain, thank you for the 16 months, man. That's a long old time. Doing 7 on Interchange. Interchange is not a bad long-range map. It's something I have come to realise. I tend to do Punisher 6 on it now, as well. Like, there's not that much cover for people, and there's long sight lines. Part 8, do you need to extract for it to count? I think you probably need to extract. I think you finish it, and then if you die, it resets. So I think you do need to extract. Unfortunately. And hand it in. I think you have to hand it in too. I don't think you can even just, like, extract and then go back in. Like, you have to press complete. I think that's happened to somebody else, which is, like, really frustrating. I'm sure you can imagine. Hey, thanks, F1. Yo, Mad Lord. Thanks for the love, guys. Appreciate it. I'm like running in the open here because I'm like looking at chat. Let's just take our scav vest out. Reload all the way to the extract. We did a peacekeeper quest too, so we're just like slowly getting through some other random things, just going like marking cars and putting stuff down that I should have done like a long time ago. A lot of these quests though, like I just didn't bother getting around to doing. I tried to focus on XP this wipe to get to level 42 as fast as possible, which for me, you know, I did it in, I can't remember, it's like 200 and something raids. Because we're level 43 now. But it meant that I left behind a lot of these quests to just like go in and do something very basic because I just haven't done Shoreline that much since after I didn't need to anymore. Any plays in the last raids? Yeah, I mean we shot at like a 3-man down on pier on one of them. Didn't get any kills unfortunately, and then we had blue helmet guy on the previous raid. This raid we didn't see anyone, we just heard shots. About Psycho Sniper. You finished the 5 kills without dying, but aren't level 10 sniper yet. Does it reset when you die, or does it complete the subtask? You know what? I don't actually know. Maybe we should have gone to check these boys, but there's a XP5 Ulay guy just dead in the street. Oh, that's fine, we don't need that. Spanky, hey, welcome. Welcome, welcome. How did you get to 30 mil rubles? Being at home all day, being able to cycle crafts and that kind of thing in the hideout. Not dying very much at the beginning of the wipe because I had a 70% survival rate, which is my highest ever. And looting things pretty casually as we go through and doing other stuff, basically. Tracks is true. Like a sniper also resets? Dude, that's so crazy. So you have to get to 10 first before even starting it. Mad. I need to small groups of 3. Interesting. Right, what does Peacekeeper have to say for himself? Well, now this is go into the resort again, so we're probably that's about as far as we're going, I think, on that quest line. We did get another one of these. We can hand this in to Mr. Ragman. There we go. Right, let's run our scav again. Do a quick smash through factory. Perfect. Three groups of 3 scavs. Just like wandering around, or I found like more on Shoreline, but they do have this scav gang situation now. Yeah, I thought that like weird scav gang at Power Station on Shoreline, where on Interchange, where I really showed my prowess with the AK. That was a good one. The world's longest Kalat on Reddit. No, I didn't. Was it scav main? When you scav every time it's up? Question mark, profit. Old meme, but, you know, checks out for this one. Oh. Oh, okay. So yeah. After Tarkov Shooter, like, I hate Tarkov Shooter 4. It's probably my least favorite one. Just, like, get to X level. Like, any of the ones which are just get to X level, they're so bad. I think now, you don't really have to do those, particularly, if you've done the other ones, like Shooterborn. Because, technically speaking, you get, like, a bunch from the other 2 that you have to do. So it's like, Tarkov, what was it? Shooterborn in Heaven. I mean, yeah, if you want to do Psycho Sniper for level 10, then obviously you've got to get some other stuff done. But Shooterborn gives you 5 sniper levels, and Book of Shooter 8 gives you 3, I think? 3, yeah. You technically only need to be level 2, but obviously you need to be level 4 to get through to do Tarkov Shooter 8. So in theory, the optimal way is to get to level 2, do Shooter 1 in Heaven, and then do Tarkov Shooter, but like it's just not going to work that way, right? It's just, you can't string these things together in a way that makes sense, unfortunately. Which is a bit sad. What we got? Kibit inner key, random stuff, another red flare. Okay. Well, we'll just have a quick check around for scav bodies and then leave. Sometimes we end up just dying, scouting. You can pretty much, like, if you just leave with your starting loadout, you almost always survive. Almost always. Going into the big open areas is usually where the scavs have all been murdered by some player. This dude. Oh, that's bad. Doesn't sound great, does it? Okay, well, I don't see any scav bodies really. Just, yeah. It looks kind of geared. I was like, oh. Oh. Red flare does airdrop. It does. I've got loads of them. At some point, I'm just going to take in a bunch of red flares. Maybe we take them in with our VPO. We have to take a big bag, though, then, if we're going to do that. Rubles. An M67 grenade. A red flare to add to the collection. Give it in it? Is that worth money? I can't remember. Bandages for the crafting. And we'll get rid of everything else. There we go. There we go. Call it in and camp. It just never seems to work. I don't know, man. It just never seems to work. Is the next wipe having the Shoreline revamp / expansion? We don't really know. Maybe is the answer. What do I keep from that other one? I've already forgotten. Oh yeah, keep it in her. Yeah, like 107k. This is pretty good. Did I shoot? When did I shoot this? I don't even remember. I guess we can go for the glasses, can't we? Glasses is cool. Glasses is cool, mate. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. (42) metabolism. Okay, so what else are we going to do then? The lava, we're not going to go there. Your car needs a service. Big game road closed. King of the rooftops. A stylish one. Sell out. Doing any of those. Loadout scouts in the underground warehouse. I mean, I guess we could go to. We could go to into the place. I do actually have something else to do. I got a skier one to do as well. I got this one to do. Vits. There's chemical container. Should probably do this. I've been dragging my feet on it a lot. I can never remember the name of the key though. First chemical container is 112. West 112. Okay. And what does he want? What job for? Oh, it's in admin. Oh, yeah. Okay, I remember which one that one is. Yeah, so I got West 112. I got it around somewhere. Where? I don't know. There we go. Oh, we'll see. We'll see. We shall see. Whenever I go for an airdrop, it gets shot in the head. True. It's better if you can call it in though, because then it comes in like right next to you, you know? You. Go. Watch the AK-101 vid immediately after 101v3 with it. Hey, no worries. The AK-101 is excellent. It's so good. And I do genuinely think this wipe, like last wipe I was saying, the 3 things you can craft in the hideout are BP, M61, and M995. They took BP away and put it behind level 42. They took M61 away and put it behind Shooter Born in Heaven. So M995 is all we've got left. It's like the only meta round for like endgame PvP that's still in existence, you know? It's true. Should I feel less upset about using good ammo on scavs? Certainly. Sometimes it just happens. It's better that than dying and then trying to conserve ammo against scavs and then dying and then being like, I've just got all these mags of high tier ammo that's just on the floor. And you're never going to get that back. Hideout management and crafting. Mine's like, it's like 17 and like 18 or something. And like, I craft quite a lot. I don't know. It just takes a long time to do it. Unless you're really like hammering it with min-maxing, it's very hard to get crafting maxed. It's so hard. Yeah, Tracy, 101's so good. It's just the lack of the 30 rounder that sucks. Like I had that crazy raid on streets the other day where we killed like 3 people in 10 seconds. And if I hadn't had, well, I was going to say if I hadn't had the 60 rounder on the M4, I actually didn't have it installed because I was reloading it. But if I hadn't had a second gun, I would have died. Like, and if I'd had the 101 on its own, I would have died. Like an M4 with a 60 rounder, I'd have had a chance. It's kind of the problem. It's just so solid, yeah, and it's so cheap. So cheap. Like, I'm half tempted to run a 102 as a backup for this. Like, 102s are kind of the same price, but like even shorter and lighter. Casually farming woods farm 500 BP. The 338 AP, that's mad. That's mad. What's the advantage of that? Oh, it just hides you a bit instead of like, and it breaks up your silhouettes. You're not as easy to spot if you're in a bush. Or like shooting people from long range. Is that a level 6 TT rig with a VPO? It is. If we get shot in the head, we get shot in the head, right? Like class 4 is not going to save me most of the time anymore. Whereas class 6 will save you. It'll save you from like 762 by 54R PS LPS T46. It'll save you from a BP 762 BP. It'll save you from an M855A1. It'll save you from an M62. It won't save you from an M61. It won't save you from an SMB either. But yeah. Using the MCXs, they're good as like kind of like an expensive SMG with actually good rounds, because that's one of the problems that we have now with the SMGs is it's really difficult to get good bullets for them. The MP7 is probably the only one that really scales because you can get FMJ and then APSX, but the damage is super low. Like all the others, like P90, what's the max pen you can get? 37. What's the max pen you can get for 9mm? It's like, again, I think it's like 38 or something. I can't remember what PvP is. I think, is it 38? What's the max pen that you can get for the shrimp? It's like 39. Like, it's just really tough with the SMGs. Whereas like with the MCX, you can get a 43 pen bullet with 58 damage, which is just a lot better. And it fires nice and fast. Have you got any tips for Shooterborn? Yeah, we're sort of doing it at the moment. I don't really have any tips because I kind of suck at bolties, to be honest. Where are we now? Okay, maybe we just go. Okay, should we just go? Should we just run in? Let's just run in. Shooterborn, basically, don't be afraid to die. Like, push shots and just try to get headshots. Keep yourself hidden away as much as possible from people. Don't laugh! Oh, this isn't good. Oh, man. Where did I get shot from? Around the back? Maybe one came around the back? I don't know. I didn't feel like... Village side. I had a bush there, though. Maybe they could see me? 762 PS? Yeah, I do. It is weird. I had a bush to my right. Like, I don't think you could really see through there. Maybe. It was very quick. We'll see. Thork's only full auto. The shots were weird, yeah. Like through the bush. If it was easier to get into an offline raid, and I wasn't going to be like potentially spawning up road to customs, I'd go in and I'd have a look. He hit you with every shot, yeah, I know. We shall see. We shall see. If you don't report, I don't know what you consider odd. Yeah, I mean, that was odd, right? It felt weird. You do a Tarkov economy guide? It's quite a nebulous topic. It's like a weird combination of just like not dying and like a bunch of stuff, right? Okay, metabolism's nearly there. So sniper, okay. What are we gonna do? What are we actually gonna do here? What are we gonna do, guys? What are we gonna do? Just pay for mentor? I don't think I can I? That's another option though. Mentor gives you what? 3? Well, if Mentor gives you 3, then it's kind of no big deal, right? You need to do shootable anyway for Kappa. So if you're level 3... Okay, actually, if you're level 1, you pay for Mentor, you get to level 4. You do shootable, you get to level 9. You have to do Tarkov shoot at 8. Sure. But you have to do that anyway for Kappa, right? You have to do all of those quests for Kappa, so it hardly matters. What we used to have in the background? A mixture of like some stuff that got made for me, some stuff from like the YouTube audio library, a few other things from like Harris Heller's like lo-fi collection, like a bunch of stuff. This one's called Smoky Eye Chill. This is actually a YouTube track. Psycho Sniper's 10. Yeah, but you get 5 from Shootable, and you get 3 from Tarkov Shooter 8, and you get 3 from Psycho Sniper. Sorry, from Mentor. But the thing is also, as well, like, to make it slightly easier, we could just get, like, if we get 1 more level in sniper rifles to get to level 2, and then we get 3 to get to 5, then Shooterborn in Heaven gets us to 10 anyway. I guess, do you want to do them both at the same time? Well, actually, what's the new Psycho Sniper? I forget. Is it just like 5? Is it just 5 kills? I can't remember. 5 kills without dying. 5 PMCs without dying. Yeah, so that doesn't actually really work with. Like Tarkov Shooter 8 is good to combine with Shooterborn in Heaven because it's headshots. You like do that at the same time in theory. I guess you could do it on Factory though, Shooter 8. Whereas like the other one you don't really need to. But what is mental? You have to do Wet Job 4 first. Okay, so we were about to do that anyway. Fine. I feel like I'm going slightly mad. Load Emotion? I hate load emotions. I hate it, guys. I hate it. Hate it. Let's make the lightest bolt action in Tarkov. There you go. That. I think it's this boy. M700 M700 unsuppressed? I mean, yeah. Its own special thing though, isn't it? Do you get any points for these? No. Save that. BVL. 0.8 MOA. Yeah, you want to get the other one, don't you? This one. 0.76. What's the barter for this these days? This guy. 4 metal parts and 2 thermites. Oh boy, that makes it quite pricey. Probably better to buy it off the flea. One of these ones, yeah. I think you should have to mod it out like a M700. It's actually probably no more expensive, really. Right, well, we ran out of TTSK rigs, I think, didn't we? Oh yeah, because I got killed by that weird guy last raid. What's like next best? Probably Gazelle again, right? Gazelle's a good sniping rig. And a Thunderbolt. 2 of those. Be good enough. Swap these babies out. And then we go instead for, I suppose, well, I do actually have some other stuff. I have like a couple of like 993s. Maybe just do the top of them with this guy. You know? Like 7. Maybe? I don't know. Buy more of these. I don't tend to use 762 too much anymore. Like Cobra. Doesn't take a grip, does it? It's only light. Only lights. It means the other chassis. Ah, it's fine. DVO you can get for 80k, buy the rifle, buy a barrel and suppressor. Nice, okay. Yeah, it's the other one. Okay, right. All right. What are we up to then? So we're doing this. I'll use SJ6. Fine. We can use SJ6, maybe. We'll see if we need to. I think, do I have a... I might have a Calloc lying around. You know what? We're going to sell it because it goes for more than the price that you actually pay for these things. Like 5 and 5, and then one of our nades. Great. Cool. I mean, do we want to bring a pistol or something? I mean, how much are these? 70k. Maybe not worth it for the meme. That is not the gun that I thought I was putting in there. Right. Take the flare. I could take a flare. Navigate to the other side, take a flare maybe. Pop it off. We'll see. I've got loads of them, so we may as well just give it a go. Oh, we're going inside though, aren't we? We're going into the actual like shoreline areas. Let's not take... see what we're taking? I think I'm just going to die with it. Oh, let's take it anyway. We'll take one. It doesn't hurt, right? Losing one doesn't matter. I've got loads. Give it a go. Do the 357 Magnum. Not a terrible idea. Actually quite a good. You'd be surprised. It's actually quite a good bullets for that thing. Where is it? 70 damage, 35 pen. Actually not terrible. And you can buy them at Jaeger 2. And it's only the Shepherd Rhino that uses it. Yeah, it's not bad. 35 pen is good. Good. Maybe we do that next time. Could be fun anyway. Stick to my partner. Yeah, I mean, this is like the lightest one. It's not the highest ergo one. As now? Sure. Unless you're saying ADS. In which case, my bad. It's a good time, though. This is better for physically holding it up because of the weight. The other one would be better for ADS, speed. It depends on what you want. Like using the wave for the expert of ergo. How heavy is the wave? Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter too much. You could also go for the hybrid. The hybrid's actually alright. Because you just don't really care about recoil at all. So the hybrid's a decent shout. Go BMD, the Loudener. BMD M700 is a real vibe. Going for shootable and stuff today? Unfortunately, yeah. We're at a grand total of 0. This is why I don't bother, right? It just takes too long. We're just going to have to start putting red dots on VPOs and just running into resort and stuff. Getting our survival rate down to like 20%. BMD the dinner bell. Well, I mean, at least people will come over and fight us, maybe. Might actually be better. I don't know. I find these quests hard because you can't really force them. Reflections. I actually have reflections on low. You just need to tick them up one notch. I have a graphics settings guide on my channel if you want to go and have a look at it. It's called like struggling to run streets, something like that. Okay. This is an interesting spot. Normally I'd be running into resort, but I think, because we need to get that quest done, I feel with this particular location, I feel like I want to just like wait for a minute and just see if anybody appears. Because there's a bunch of spawns over here. There's like the person who spawns at Road to Customs. There's another one that spawns like in the middle somewhere. Often people end up going up onto the sort of tower bit. There's another guy who spawns over there somewhere as well. Also, the 6 is slightly better than the 4, because we were using the Alcan previously. For this map, I think you're better off with the 6. Our MOA is better. We can actually see further. Kind of cool. The video's just like nicer. I actually have quite a lot of videos because I've been doing the barter fairly regularly. I look here. I don't know. Hard to see Pier from here. Like, you have to run in. You know? Barter's insanely good. Yeah, I just like, anytime they're under 35, the GPXs, I just buy them. And then barter them in. So I've been buying videos for basically like 60k. Which is crazy to me. Any takers? Any takers? Doesn't look like it. Alright, well. It's 2 GPXs for Voodoo. The reason why GPXs are like consistently 30 to 40k. But it's a nice barter. I just keep trying to do it over and over because I don't run out. Hopefully we get a good stock of them. Do we hear somebody over this side? Not sure. I've used the Eartec ADOP4. Is that the telescope one? Like the CCTV camera? If so, I think the sensitivity is a bit screwed on that thing. Bit of a weird optic. People shooting over that side. I'm actually going to put this away for the time being. Make sure we can't see anybody through here. Presumably Scav. By the way, they were moving. Must be right. I'm sure it is. I had this one before, so yeah, it is. Yeah. Still a nice shot. Ah, it was alright. I mean, he was standing still. There's that. It does help when they're not moving. 139, usually 35k. I can't remember whether it's like the full auto-ness on it is bad or whether the actual reticle size is bad. I can't remember, but there's a reason why people don't use these things. Really, there's like the Triforce of Voodoo, Razor, Schmidt & Bender 1x8, which are the only scopes that don't have any downsides, which is why they're all, you know, 80k plus, typically. And sometimes even a lot more than that. Keep reloading for those skill points, though. Oh, interesting. Stop running. No. I can't hit him. I can't hit him like this. No. depending on which way he goes. I didn't think there was any point shooting there. Like, I'm usually too itchy. Ooh. Somebody else over there. Not the same guy, I'm pretty sure. Gotta keep an eye on 2 angles. Oh no. Damn it. I hate this quest. I hate this quest. I absolutely hate this quest. Oh my god, I hate this quest so much. If we can get through the Tarkov shooter, I think like Shooterborn in Heaven is basically the quest that stopped me from getting Kappa. It really is. And even now, I think it must be the same. Why do you do the quest then? Because I want to get to Lightkeeper and I need to get to level 4 Sniper to do anything else on Lightkeeper. Like I have to. So like we're pretty early into the quest line. But it just makes me think like, oh, I just don't want to do it. I'm just going to reload a Mosin like I always do. You know? It's just awful. It's actually just awful. The problem is, it's not even the sniper spot. It's just like, I'm just not very good. I can't hit, when I get the spots, like I have all the opportunities and then I just can't actually I can't make the shot work. Mentor still locked? Yeah, because I don't have Wet Job. I need to do Wet Job, the next piece of Wet Job. So I could just do Mentor, in theory, and then at least that would allow me to get through the next section. So maybe we just do that. Maybe we go and do Wet Job, and then buy our way through to Mentor, so we don't have to reload all this stuff. It's worth getting to level 2 at least, because then I'll get to level 5. And then if I do eventually decide to do Shooterborn, like, we'll be able to just skip straight ahead to Psycho Sniper. But I don't think it's going to happen, dude. I just don't think it's going to happen. Try VP Bolty Ions. Yeah, it's just then it means that you have to fight in CQB against like full auto people with a bolt action. It's just that's a recipe for just dying every raid. How do you do Mentor to get level 4? I'm so close to level 2 that we may as well. I can do, yeah. I need to do Wet Job first. I forgot about Mentor actually, so it's good that people reminded me because now it means that we can go and finish Wet Job 4. We just run into Resort and just like finish that, and then once we've got that, then we can pay for Mentor, and then we can carry on with the quest line because we can actually do it. You know, the other ones aren't too bad. Shooterborn's just like really tough, but the other ones are pretty easy. Like Tarkov Shooter itself isn't terrible. When you're not trying to get actual bolties, there are other ways of doing it. It's like Tarkov Shooter 5, for example, which will be the next one. I think that's the Night Kills one, isn't it? What we got here? Labs cards and another thing. Yeah. I get these like red flares all the time. I know that was like that would have been so sick. Like we had the 2 targets to look for. There was like 2 targets, and then we had like the first guy, but I let him go because the other guys were like more stationary. And then there was the guy next to me, and then the first guy that I let go was the guy who ended up finding us on the top of the thing. Whoops. What have I done? Oh, it's because I carried on running the music. Man, it's hard. It's hard. Just bolt actions are just so difficult in this game. Like some people are so good with them. It's just like, ain't me. Ain't me. Wet job part 6. You have to be level 7 with sniper. See? Is that just wet job 6? Oh, it is. Yeah, that's why you technically need to get to 4 on your own, I guess, because then you could do that, because without that, you can't buy... Oh, wait, it says you could buy N61, but you actually just can't. You still can't. So it actually doesn't matter now that you can't do wet job. But then you can't do Psycho Sniper without it. You can't do the guide without it either. Get for the guide now. Ultor. HHS 1. You get loads of money for doing the guide. Maybe we do... Maybe we do get to level 4. Like, getting to level 4 doesn't take too long. You just have to do it. You just AFK it, you know? And you can make it work, just about. Set up 6 bolty kits, I'll lean into it. To be fair, like, I've completed Talk of You to 8 and stuff in previous wipes. It's just, I haven't done it for a bit. I'm a bit out of practice. It's very frustrating, though. I'm going to go the other approach. Maybe we'll just go face cover or something. That's not too bad. 80 plus... Yeah, 80 plus 60-ish, like 140. It's okay for yourself. Actually, we're going super light anyway, so it doesn't really matter. We'll just use Jaeger's one. Mr. Tarzan. Right. We did get some more dollars from that, which is fine. Oh no, this... One of the beauties, you hardly lose any bullets each time you die on this thing, because you only have 16 out, even, or 17, I guess, including the one in the gun. We're going all in, so we're going for nothing else crazy. What about Ragman's? NBSS or something, I suppose. And then... That's not what I want to do. We're going into resort, so let's get rid of that. Hopefully we'll be in and out. Easy peasy, super fast. No problems. What they say, right? Whoa, people put like a ton of these up on the flea. Do I want to buy all of those? It's cheaper than I normally... Why won't it let me do? Why won't it let me type? I mean, we'll use them. Fine, we'll use them. Yeah, this is okay. We're not going to get distracted this time. We're just going to go and do the thing we need to do. Which is West 112. And maybe, depending on when we spawn, we may do that one, or we might do West 112, or we're going to do admin. One or the other. Feels so outgunned when running them, true. And then I'm just like, do I want to take a sidearm? Because I just want to use the sidearm instead. Only enjoy WK gameplay. I don't have the patience for bolting all the skill. I don't have the skill either, really, for it. Tried using the Razor. I mean, it's no better than the Voodoo. They're about the same. have all these thoughts too. Congrats on 42. I thought I was 43. Yeah, I'm 42. I've been 42 for a while now. It's because I've stopped doing... Because we started doing, like, Peacekeeping Mission and this one, so I've stopped, like, doing quests that are easier and give easy XP. Kind of the deal. Like the Razor Reticle more. I mean, they're very similar. Minimos inside arm. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, like, you can choose what to do in the end game, basically. Like, do I go shoot a one in heaven for M61? Do I want to get max hideout to go to labs for the items? Do I want to kill Caban so I can finish the Gunsmith series? Do I want to go and do, you know, whatever? Like, I feel like there's some more things. It's not just like, oh, just task until you know, your hands fall off. There's, like, some more choices now as to what you want to do. Depending. Did I give this a... I put it on... Oh, no, I've screwed this up. There we go. Oh, I gotta go west. That sucks. Still off? Not off now. Can't work without the radio announcer Giga Voice. And welcome back to Gigabeef FM. Today we've got a hot lineup of songs for you. I couldn't be a radio DJ. It's crazy. I listen to like some of the stuff they talk about on like Radio 1. I don't like Radio 1, but my wife quite likes Radio 1. I couldn't do it, man. I really couldn't. There ain't no way, as the kids say. I'm just gonna die someone on the way in, aren't we, in the sun? Yeah, we're a million miles from admin. We're a million miles from West 1, whatever it's called. It's that office. 112? I can't remember now. Got the composure in the voice. I don't know enough about like random stuff. My knowledge is extremely niche. I have like very niche interests. Like Escape from Tarkov and other such punishing games. Don't know enough about popular culture. Reach 42, play Streets to the White Pits. Yeah, I feel ya. I do feel ya. Oh, we should be reloading this bad boy. No sight? No sight required. What are you interested outside Tarkov? I mean, these days I don't tend to look into too much, but, you know, I do love a good bit of science when I get the time. What's the safest way to get into West here? Straight through the front doesn't seem like the right answer. My latest interest is... Somebody up there, what was that? Oh no, it's someone full autoing. Here we go along this way. And my latest interest is solar power. But that's partly because I went and got solar powers installed on the roof of my house. So that's my latest thing. I just changed over to a tariff yesterday where you sometimes get paid in the night to take the power, which is pretty fun. So that's what I've been doing a lot of research into recently. Partly because it's an investment too. But yeah, what other stuff do I like? Markets and finance, quite like. You know, stock markets and stuff. It's one of my other interests. I do technically play the guitar, but I just haven't had time to play for like so long. I just never play anymore, which is really sad. But ah! I'm super into solar power also, about to buy a new house with a massive south-facing roof. Excellent. You have a battery? I do. I do, yeah. And it's pretty cool. That's on the solar power. When you get it in game as easily in real life. I know. What size you get? I got a 6 kilowatt system. So because of the angle, I'm like southwest, so it's like 5.2 peak. Because of, you know, just the suboptimal orientation. The guy's not a fan of green energy? No, he's not. And try and find our scav vests. What battery did you go for? So the provider that I went with, they did Solax installations. So I've got a Solax triple battery, which is like, it's not actually that big. There's a lot of people who seem to have bigger batteries than me. Mine's like, it's 5.8 kilowatt hours, which isn't a great deal, actually. Yeah, they are really cool, Tweedy. I actually really like it. Like, they're very, if you're technical and you're into numbers and stuff, they're really, really fun. Because you're just like playing around with stuff. It's a lot more complicated than I gave it credit for. Because you have lots of things like, if you just have panels on their own, some days, like if it's cloudy, right, the actual power you get is like very choppy. So you're kind of like selling back to the grid whenever you're like overpowered, and then buying from the grid whenever you're underpowered, which is like kind of sucks, which is why a battery's pretty fun. Because then you can like actually store it, but you know, they're quite expensive, so it's arguable as to whether the mathematics works out, but yeah, the whole thing is Solax. There's a full Solax installation. Solax inverter, Solax triple battery. Battery makes it more fun. Exactly, because you can't fiddle with it if you don't have a battery. Grandfathered into the old is the state's old sister giving you a credit you send back in 10 years if he has a credit. Kilowatt costs 10 times, it doesn't matter. Yeah, so like, oh, this is kind of rubbish loadout. We can go hunting for Scavfest. Yeah, so for my one, I'm on Octopus Energy, which is pretty much the only game in town when it comes to solar power in the UK, really. Like, I mean, there are some other providers that do stuff, but not many. Ugh, it's the wrong type of vest. The wrong vest. But, yeah, you really want to be on... What are we actually running here? Oh, 7 mil, okay. Yeah, you really want to be on Octopus because they're like a tech company more than anything else. You know, it's kind of like how Uber's like it's a tech company veiled as a taxi company, and then it's like Airbnb's like, you know, hotels like a tech company veiled as a hotels company. Like Octopus is kind of the same thing here. They're like revolutionizing the extremely stale energy market in the UK. So they've got this cool product, which is the one that. The reason why I've got like super interested over the past couple of days again is they got this thing called they got this thing called Agile. So it's like half hourly pricing, which is kind of insane. This Grizzly actually kind of sucks. And so the price changes like through the day. Oh, really? And so, like, before then, so when I first moved on to it, I went on to this, like, this 3-tiered tariff that was nice and easy. Oh, it's PMC. Fair enough. Yeah, so I went on this, like, 3-tiered one, which was, like, it's cheap in between, like, 2 and 5 in the morning. It's, like, normal price in the middle of the day, and then it's, like, extra expensive between 4 and 7. So you basically use the battery to stop, so you don't take energy between, like, 4 and 7 p.m. And then you charge the battery in the middle of the night because it's like the same price as exporting. So then there's a tiered rate for exporting to the grid as well. So it was like 17p in, 17p out, pretty much, which is kind of neat. And so you just didn't really need to worry about it too much, which is cool. But the problem is that the import, like when you're running out of power, which I actually do, the import's actually relatively expensive, which is kind of unfortunate. And so I was like, oh, maybe we'll swap over to this other one. Like, the tariff I was on before, the rates were just like, they were just higher in general. So, like, the out rates were good. But because we're going into the winter now, like, I'm not really producing anywhere. I'm not sending anything back to the grid. So I may as well just have, like, cheaper in, because that's really what matters. I'm charging my battery on the in, and then sometimes I'm using it in the evening on the in as well, if that makes sense. So, like, I've swapped over to this other one with, like, this half-hourly pricing. So now you have to fiddle with it even more, but I actually don't really mind, because, as I said, I quite like to fiddle with the system. It's like half the fun of it. But no, it's cool. We'll see. I think it's a decent investment, especially given that I'm here all day. That's like one of the big parts of it. Like, for a lot of people, it doesn't necessarily make that much sense because they're like out or whatever. Like, one of the issues generally with these things. But given I'm at home all day, every day, like on the PC all day, it makes a lot more sense for me to have this system than somebody who's like just not in or whatever. And like, I'm here to mess about with it too. So, that's cool. That's my latest interest for sure. Min-max your life? I min-max everything. It's just the way. Min-max is it's a way of life. Not a Tarkov playstyle. It's a way of life. Definitely true. In the US, we get money for selling power back to the grid. Is there something like that? Yeah, so it used to suck. It used to be really bad. But now, well, basically, Octopus are like, oh, we can do, like, awesome things. So they've got, like, this... They've got this system. So if you go... It depends on which one you go on. There's, like, a few different rates. So there's a flat rate one. So, like, energy right now, so per kilowatt hour right now, it costs about 28p, I think is the current rate. That's, like, the standard rate. Selling it back, you can do, like, fixed at 15. You can do... the one I was on before was like 4 in the middle of the night. Who'd do that? I don't know. It was like 17 in the day and then like 27p in the peak period. So in theory, you could like fill your battery up and then sell it back in the peak period for like about the same price as you buy it normally. Or then there's this like agile one, which is the one I'm on now. Actually, not for export yet. But it's if I can not go onto it, I actually think I'll probably like try and not get on it because the import rates are lower on that one in general, but it also means that the export rates are lower. Again, not that it really matters because we're going to the winter, so it's kind of no big deal, right? Because I'm not going to be producing enough power to export anyway. It's the UK after all. It only really does that in the summer. I work for Octopus, one of the companies they own. Oh, which one? So many parameters to fiddle. I bet you have a spreadsheet. I actually have a huge spreadsheet. I just changed over the my spreadsheet to make it work from the old tariff I was on to the new tariff that I'm on because the old one was easy because it just had 3 bands. And I was thinking about it this morning when I was in the shower. It's just like, how am I going to like change my spreadsheet so I can figure out like how much it actually cost me and what the savings are? Because like that's the one thing, unfortunately, right now the Octopus app just says like, oh, we can't give you like they bill you, obviously they bill you correctly, but it's all in the back end, so you can't actually see in the front end like how much it costs per day. So I like built that up myself. But with this one, because the prices change every half hour, I'm just like, oh man, this is like this is a whole nother thing. So I spent like a little bit of time this morning figuring that out. Like I'm gonna make it do what I want it to do and like all of that stuff. I love it. I like this kind of stuff. It's just my it's the way of things. Yeah, avoid peak pricing, exactly. So you avoid peak pricing with the battery. There is an argument to be said that like the cost of the battery, you may as well just like take the peak pricing. Like the battery has to save you like X per day or whatever. Like they're so expensive relatively that it has to make like X amount for it to even be worth it. That's kind of the one issue that you find, and like I do sort of see that. Like, it kind of makes sense in some ways, but I like having the control. Right, it's like we're gonna have to see actually with this new one, because on the old one I was still spending money. In net. Whereas like last night, because the off-peak period was like 17p or something. Whereas like last night on this like wholesale like half-hourly thing, I've got loads of these. I've got so many. On the off-peak like half-hourly tariff, it was literally free for like 5 hours, which is crazy because like no one's using the energy, and the winds are really strong at the moment in the UK, so it was free. So normally I'd be spending 17p per kilowatt hour, which is like 85p or something for like a day. Whereas last night it literally cost me nothing. So I feel like those kind of things make the battery a lot more like worth it. That makes sense. Got a Mac E. Are you able to configure your system and discharge at proper times? I can configure it mostly. There's this thing that I want to get into, which is called Home Assistant, I think. Yeah, Home Assistant. Which I don't have right now because I don't know how to make it work, because I'm not a programmer. And it seems like you need to be very technical to make it function properly. But that you can get it to do basically whatever you want, and you can program it in a proper way. Like, I have a certain amount of control right now. Oh, whoops. I actually didn't mean to buy that with the finely made one, but it doesn't matter. What's done is done. So I've got it like programmed, and now I have to change it every day so that I fit like when the tariffs are cheap, because it's like now it's changing daily. I have to look at it like every day and change the power periods. Seckle, an investment platform. Oh right, what is that for, like green energy investment or something? Oh, Mackie is an electric vehicle. Yeah, I don't actually have an electric vehicle. It's quite funny. I've got solar panels and I've got a diesel car. I work in complaints. The common one is from people being missold on the promise it would make them money. Yeah, the thing is, like, you have to think about it. You have to like make the system work for you. You can't just like expect that it's gonna, unless you spend a lot of money on it, in which case it's like then you're affecting your payback period, your payback time. It's not like a total no-brainer. Like I still think it's a good investment, honestly. But you have to make it work for you. Like the hideout in Tarkov, you know? Like upgrading it's like fine, but you have to go in and actually like, you know, do the work. Just having a question about taking battery life cycle into account. Yeah. Home Assistant looks like an insane rabbit hole. It does, but I'd like it. If they have an exposed API, a program for it could be written pretty easily. Yeah, exactly. This is the thing, like speaking as a programmer, and that's exactly what they do. But as soon as I go on like any of the forums about people talking about it, and they're like, oh, yeah, I just did a reverse proxy back into the system because, you know, the API wasn't working for this, that, and the other reason, and I just did this and just patched it in with this with my Raspberry Pi, and I'm just like, you know, I know certain amounts of things, but I just there's a limit. There's a limit. That you can figure out how to program it for max efficiency. Thing is, like, if I could have it connect up, and I had a coding terminal to use, I can make that work with enough Googling, Stack Exchange, whatever. Like, that's how I've done all my coding in the past. I'm not a complete coding noob. I have done some coding, but I need to have it set up first. Like, I'm not an expert enough to be able to, you know, hook in and get it all like, you know, ready. I think that's half the battle. It's like actually making the setup functional to start with. But charging ports UK but a faff. Yeah, I'm not massively enamored with EVs. Like, they seem very, very expensive. Also, I'm not generating enough peak power to actually really make it worth it, to be honest with you. It don't really make sense. One thing that was really cool that I saw somewhere was about how you could potentially use an EV as a battery for the house, so you wouldn't need a battery when your car's plugged in. Well, I guess maybe you have a tiny one for the house, maybe for like when you're not there. But you have the EV plugged in, and that actually is your battery for your home. That's like super cool. That's like such a good idea. I never really thought about that. Such a good idea. Really is. Hey Giga, is there a money guide? I'm level 37 and always low on money. Like, sweat the hideout, run your scav through factory consistently and constantly. Whenever it's on off cooldown, just literally run through and sell everything to fence. And watch Jesse's Streets loot guide, I guess. Like, those are the 3 tips I would say. Yes, Trex, find a trusty install, exactly. Need someone to do the integration of the app. It's called Home Assistant. And there's an integration for, like, my inverter. I have, like, a Solax inverter. There's an integration for it, but, like, I don't really know where to start. There's a problem. Seems like a gap in the market. I mean, I think it exists, but, yeah. In the US, Ford sells the F-150 Lightning. Yeah, that's cool. It's such a good idea. Right, guys. Anyway, enough about rambling. I'm going to have to jump. I stayed on slightly later today. Just a little bit. But maybe next time we will start another lovely EV chat. Who knows? We're going to go and dive over and hit up Velian on his stream. He's playing some streets, it looks like. Pretty cool. So yeah, I don't know. Whether we're going to carry on with Shooterborn or not, I don't really know. We'll have to see. Today's been awful. We haven't managed to snag a single kill for Shooterborn in Heaven. So, I don't know. I don't know. We will see. But we're going to have to continue with Lightkeeper anyway. So maybe we do some more Peacekeeping, because at least I can complete that one. Either which way, have a wonderful time over the weekend. If I don't see you tomorrow, we've got ScavTalk live from 1 until 3:30 as usual. If you don't catch that, then I'll see you on Monday, hopefully, for the stream. And I'll see you guys around. Enjoy. And have fun. Bye-bye, guys.